Jon Gillin here, and today I wanted to go over a concept that I use with a lot of my students, especially when you're trying to build speed. And three key words here: slow, fast, clean. Now, I'm going to do probably just one exercise for you guys just to show you what that looks like. But the thing is, anytime we want to go fast, we have to go fast. Start slow in order to build up that dexterity, build up that accuracy, and then really pay attention to how things are sounding, how you're hitting the strings, and those sorts of elements that you want to really listen for. Listen to how you're playing, and that's kind of an important part of this. But then as we keep moving, what we want to do is go as fast as we can until it just kind of falls off the rails, and then we're going to back it off and we're going to go clean. And here's the reasoning behind that. The slow part builds that accuracy. It builds in that we'll call it muscle memory, so that you know how to make it sound good. The next part, the fast part of it, that's just that burst of speed. We're trying to go as fast as we possibly can. Just like a sprinter isn't going to get any faster if all they do is work out in the gym, what we want to do here on the guitar is go as fast as we possibly can. And for some people that'll be faster than others. There are physical limits, but for the most part, you're going to be able to push yourself a whole lot further than you think when you start applying this. And then finally, what we'll do is we'll build on that by finishing clean. So clean is going to be faster than slow, but it's not as fast as fast, okay? So it's kind of a lot to digest with just speaking. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this is going to be just with a simple exercise. I'm going to do one here. We're going to base it around triplets, partly because I think it's an interesting way to go about doing this. And so the pattern that we're going to play is, why don't we go ahead and start here on the 8th fret. So we're going to go 8, 9, 11, and that's on the 4th string, and then again 8, 9, 11 on the 3rd string. The reason I like using these two strings is, for most people, there is a difficulty in building up speed as they go across the strings, and it tends to be because of these two strings happen to be where people have to shift their hand just a little bit more. So by starting here, I think it's a good call to just work through that, okay? So let's go ahead and use a metronome for some examples. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and use this live metronome here, and this is gonna feel probably pretty slow for a lot of people. I'm gonna try to play triplets here. Okay, now one of the things that I can do, I could play slower than this, but for the sake of time, we're gonna go ahead and start here. This is roughly 80 beats per minute, but what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna wait and we're gonna take a look at what that means when I'm crossing strings. Because with triplets, I have to think about where the pick is going to land on that string crossing. So for example, now what's happening there is, you'll notice I'm kind of playing a downstroke, and then I'm gonna play an upstroke, downstroke, so down, up, down, and then when I come across to that next part, I've got to play that upstroke. And so for me, I'm very much an alternate picker, so as much as I can, I'm gonna play alternate picking right there. So you'll notice I'm going to cross that string with an upstroke. It might be more comfortable for you to play some economy picking. So that's going to be down, up, down, down. It's different for everybody. Play around with it and see what works for you. So economy picking versus the strict alternate picking. For me, I'm going to stick with that strict alternate picking. And one way to work on building speed is by sticking with just this single string crossing. So let me show you what I mean. I'm gonna go ahead and bump up the triplet speed here quite a bit. I'm gonna shoot for, this is about 120. So once I'm comfortable with that, I'm gonna build it up just a little bit more. And I'm gonna keep going faster. Okay, a little faster. And you can hear some inaccuracies creeping in there. Obviously, what that means is I need to practice it a little bit more. So the goal here is going to be just to work on building up that speed, building up that pace, so that my picking is fitting in with that tempo. But so this is what I mean. As you kind of lose a little bit of accuracy, that's okay. We're still building up the speed. We're trying to push that speed. I would say for me here, I probably need to go even faster. I kind of ended right around 184 right there. I probably need to push that a little bit beyond 200 just so I can see where my limit is and then be able to push it. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna back that off and we're gonna finish clean. So sort of somewhere in between, you know, that. So that's a little bit better, much cleaner right there, right? Now, the next phase of this exercise, once you're comfortable with that transition, is to actually play both strings in terms of triplets. So we'd have triplet, triplet. We've got 2 beats. And for that, I would go ahead and roll it all the way back. You know, in this case for me, I'm gonna be at 108, 110, somewhere in there. And then what you can do is you start building up speed. You can make those transitions and then land on the note you started on. This helps to get your get a sense of where you need to go. So it'll look like this. That way you're reestablishing that landing point. And again, there you see a little bit of those inaccuracies creeping in. And that's okay. That's exactly what we're going for. We're trying to find where's that breaking point. So I'm showing you guys, being totally upfront, where that breaking point is for me with this particular exercise. Tells you I need to practice more too. But what this means is be honest with yourself. Go as fast as you can, but listen to where it starts falling apart, back it off, finish clean. So ultimately, just want to do a quick little video for you here so that you get this concept of slow, fast, clean, and then you're seeing how we can break up even a simple exercise like that into smaller components in order to work on both the speed and the accuracy, and work on things like string transitions, or maybe in this case, because it incorporates the pinky, you're working that pinky a little bit more than you normally would. So always pay attention to that pinky. You can never get enough pinky work in. So anyway, once again, I've been Jon Gillin. Of course, this is Silver Sound Guitar. Make sure that you click that subscribe button. Check out the other videos. You'll see stuff here and here. And then just, as always, check us out on Facebook. If you're looking for lessons, go ahead and shoot us an email at info@silversoundguitar, and I will see you next time.